Hoje é dia de maravilhas da Alemanha, aqui na Weinhaus. Que tal, gente? Aqui, ó. Maciel, obrigado do convite.
Prazer.
Queria que você falasse um pouquinho antes da gente começar aqui com o produtor. Você tem uma coisa rara hoje, né? Fala pra gente.
Hoje é uma raridade. Um produtor bem pequeno, da Juliana Eller. Os vinhos chamam-se JuWel. JuWel quer dizer Juliana, no final Eller e no meio W de Wein. Então Juliana Weller Wein virou JuWel, que é joia.
Tá, né, uma boa ideia, um trocadilho. Uma boa ideia,
um trocadilho. Então, vinícola da família desde sempre, e como a história vem mostrando pra gente, uma história mais moderna, é aquela filha que estudou enologia, pegou a vinícola e resolveu elevar a qualidade máxima. Então ela está no comando da vinícola já tem acho que uns 15 anos e já está chegando numa qualidade excepcional, e a gente traz esses vinhos para cá, vinhos da JuWel, que é da região de Rheinhessen. A gente traz Grauburgunder, Riesling e Spätburgunder, diversas categorias.
Bom, vamos ter que degustar tudo.
Vamos, vai ser um prazer.
Yes, made it. So many things. So it's a pleasure for me talking to you. So as Olavo introduced me already, some of you, so it's really nice to get to know you on a digital way. So Olavo and myself, we had the pleasure to meet in person twice.
Yes, that's true.
And it was really nice here in Alzheim. It's a small town, and now to meet our ones to Brazil, really a pleasure. So many things.
Yeah, no, thank you for your trust, your work, and your partnership. It was a pleasure. Now it's a huge pleasure to make the first tasting here in Brazil with the JuWel wines, with a bunch of friends and journalists and profi guys from the wine business. And yes, we are in your hands now to start. This is beautiful. I'm not ready drinking any JuWel wines here in Brazil. That will be my first time also, but that will be a huge pleasure. I just wait for the right moment to taste the bottles.
It takes time, so it takes really, for us it's a pleasure because it takes a long time to go there where we are right now.
Yes,
so
that's true.
Maybe talking about the partnership we have right now is that it's really a long-term way we had to go until we're now on this table, on this kind of step, which is amazing, and it is from the bottom of my heart the most wonderful project I had in my time at JuWel Wine. So we are here really a small winery. We are in the middle of Rheinhessen, it's called. I think 1 hour far to Frankfurt. Maybe this is something you can heard of before, and we know that it's really crazy, completely crazy, to have now the wines here in Sao Paulo, all over Brazil, wherever you are transporting our story, our mission, our vision into the world. So it's kind of JuWel wines around the world right now.
Wonderful.
And overseas. Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Something really personal, emotional, so something where there is a signature from people behind in every single glass you get. So this is also something where we are believing it in. We are really investing in everything for our quality, really good quality JuWel wine. So right now, for the timing, we are in the middle of the harvest. So that's why I'm taking part and taking over for Juliana. So Juliana Eller, she's the winemaker of the JuWel wines. I'm part of her team. I'm kind of external, but to be honest, with everything I have, I'm into the family business. So we are really a family business with a small winery. We have 20 hectares, which is also something interesting for you. It's not too big, so really small and focused. And Juliana is also quite young, so she's a female young winemaker and doing her own wine label, JuWel Wine, since 2013. So yes, 11 years ago she started with a vision on a really blank paper. So it was the winery of her elders when she took over, and the elders really had a complete different way and style to do this wine business or making wines. So before nobody was waiting for Juliana, and then she came and said, I want to do everything on my own, and kind of different. So I think this is also something you can say about us. So our ways are sometimes not the normal way, kind of in a modern way in styles or terms of marketing, but in the harvest or in the vineyard itself, it's completely focused on the traditional handcraft quality wines, and more going back to the basic handcraft work in the wine making process. Yeah, that's our winery here in Alzheim. Really, really small. But maybe for me it's also interesting. What are the kind of questions you're interested in?
Eu queria saber se ela está vendo problemas com aquecimento global, se alguma coisa bem perceptível.
Chantal, you and Juliana, did you see something quite complicated about the climate changing? Warm, that you feel that in the winery, in the wine, in the final product also?
So every single year is completely different. So every single wine year we have is a once in a lifetime chance we get from the nature. So working with and within the nature, so sometimes the nature is our boss, as today. So we had a rainy day, nobody can harvest for half a day, and then you can move into the winery because we only want to have really good grapes and a good grape structure, and then also dry grapes, and which are not wet from the rain. In kind of climate conditions, we see that it's getting earlier and earlier in the stages of harvesting. So we start by end of August, and the elders winery, so then harvested in around November. So it's really a completely different circle of grapes and all the stuff in the background. And this year, especially vintage 2024, was a vintage which was really wet right now, so we need a bit more sun to have a really good balance. So for us it's so important to have this balance of sugar and acidity in our wines, and especially for our German Riesling, it's so important to have a bit of freshness and of course some dry, wet, rainy days, but a bit more sunny, and this year would be better. And last year it was completely different. So last year we had around, I don't know how many days, but plenty of summer days. It was really hot, and this is also something where our vineyards are kind of stressed, and then we have to cut everything out. So it's only going by reducing and getting less grapes, and then really intense aromatic grapes, and that's kind of the way it works for us. So it's only getting it with reduction and cutting out everything, and then the other part of the game is to have less grapes, but then better ones. Yeah.
Wonderful. And tell us a little bit about the Juliana family. So father, mother, always everybody work together.
Yeah.
I think Oma also is there to cooking.
Yeah, so it's the third generation from Juliana. So the elders and also the grandmother is living here in Alzheim in our winery. It's kind of the place where it all began. And to be honest, it's working with the family all day long, so it's only getting with the family. They are fully in charge with our vision and also running with us 24/7. So also the father is mainly outside in the vineyard. Having all these vineyards under his kind of control, and the mother is, as she is the best woman in our kitchen here. And also for the grandmother, she's baking for us and has her own chicken area here outside in our garden. So it's really the family, which is the main part of our business here. And yeah, around that we have 5-6 ladies around Juliana, so it's really female focused, but not that we are only focusing on woman power, but kind of because it's the personal relationship which is going like this. Yeah, and this is our team, and a really small team, but then with a small team we're all kind of all-rounders, as we call it. Yeah.
Great,
yeah.
Great.
And for my part, I'm taking over all our partnerships, also in Germany, but also around the world, especially this wonderful project, because I'm starting this with Olavo and now getting this in a real way, that it's going to your customer clients and into the glasses. So this is really completely crazy.
Yes, great.
Olavo, pergunta para ela o que ela considera importante para fazer esse boom que está acontecendo agora com vinhos brancos alemães, depois de ter passado uma época com os Lipfumel.
Tá. One question. I don't know if you feel that in Germany, but we feel that here in Brazil, especially for the last 10 years, people search more and more German wines, and white wines, of course. The white Germany, more people want to drink. It is a beautiful and special white wines from Germany. What do you think about why that's happened now? Did you see that also in Germany and all over the world, or that is something that is specific for quite countries that's happened?
É sempre comparando com o Lipfumel aqui.
Lá eles nem conhecem isso.
É verdade.
Era só de exportação.
Okay. So for us, it's kind of a bit changing. So we see that in the export market there is kind of getting more and more interest in our German wine world, which is really something we are always having our hands up to invest in all this communication, that German wines can be so great, can be wonderful, as well as French, Italian, or other countries. But I think in times 10 years before, there was not a really good recommendation for German wines, and then we had to really work on this image to have younger people kind of breaking off these rules or these old structures and have new ways to start doing wine. And this is maybe something which is all over the world kind of interesting, and to take a look on. Yeah, and for us it's an appreciation that it is as it is, so that many people are getting more and more into this world and into this winemaking style in a kind of modern way. Yeah.
And tell a little bit about Rheinhessen. What's different Rheinhessen, of course, Mosel, the people, the most famous Weingebiet in Germany. What is Rheinhessen in English? I need to a little bit, sorry.
Rheinhessen is the second biggest area in Germany for building wines, and our Rheinhessen area is, besides these kind of doing wine in a, I don't know, a way for discounts, I don't know how is it called, for Großkellereien or by machines. So it's really common by doing wine by machines, so in a really huge amount of bottles, and not focused by handcraft and handwork. So this is really kind of a niche where we are into. So here in Rheinhessen, we have these 20 hectares, so in an okayish kind of range. We have 6 grape varieties, which is interesting maybe for you. And from day one, when Juliana took over the winery, she completely turned this winery from her elders into this kind of way to harvest by hand, have her seasonal helpers all the year. And I think something which is total for Van Hessen, a bit of changing, so that it's getting more and more on a signature, filling wines by a bottle and not only selling wine as a material without any personal belongings. And I think what I also can say is that Van Hessen is about not so deep, so not so heavy in our vineyards, so in kind of styles for Mosel. They are also harvesting a lot by hand, but it's a completely kind of different way to see the vineyards. But if you like, I have a kind of small video where I can show you kind of Rheinhessen, our vineyard.
Yes.
Legal.
Yes, of course.
So I thought
220 mortos, 200 feridos, nem capacitado.
Olha que imagem linda, hein, cara?
O Luizinho ficou bêbado ali.
Eu cheguei bêbado. Daí já era um overdrive, né? Louca, como se não fosse frega periquinho também, Ah, se o macaquinho fosse bom, eu quero
Ah, maravilha.
Ela falou que é nosso processo natural, que é muito solo, passa muita acidez para as uvas.
Obrigado.
Ele se sente só no começo, na boca, porque
depois sobe, exato. Ele não é permanente, ele é só no começo.
Maravilha. Dança.
Você vê que a fermentação espontânea, cara, ela
É outro papo.
E ela não traz aquela nota exacerbada de petróleo que todo mundo acha.
Exatamente.
Não, tem que ser delicado.
Tem um limite, né?
Excessivo não é legal, não.
Você vê que é outro.
Olha, Spätburgunder.
esse mesmo.
Danke, estamos praticando o alemão aqui um pouco. O vinho merece. Tudo levedura indígena, gente. Brincadeira. Ou seja,
We
autenticidade.
always make fun with it do because
having these small plants, it's kind of a different clone. It's
yes,
clone,
clone,
right?
yes, that's clone.
Yeah, so it's completely.
Okay, and your clone is from close to Ebaba or for Brody? You know?
Not from close to Ebaba, so it's from another direction. But this is something I have to ask the father of Juliana because he was investing in our vineyards and the vintages before. So I don't know.
Great.
Here you have 2022 vintage, which is also interesting because it's the really young one from red wine. Maybe you can taste this as well. Really younger version of it. And it can also lay down for kind of a couple of the next years. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Como é que aqui é o feedback do conjunto da obra?
Fantastic wines, very elegant and very austere, my impression.
Okay.
Austerity and elegance, like says my uncle Tomasi.
Ganhou, brother.
That was a good choice of the last one, yeah?
Not my choice. It was your choice, actually. I want to drink it. But Chantal, beautiful. What an experience. Thank you very much. And I'd like to propose a toast.
Toast.
Cheers. Dank.
Bull.
Ah, como é que é?
Como é que é? Toast. zum Wohl.
Zum Wohl. Zum Wohl. Zum Wohl.
Ela saiu correndo. Ela voltou. Ficou bom.
Não posso esticar muito o braço essa hora. Deixa o Eric.
Thank you, Chantal. We did it, Chantal. You did it. Yes. And
Good job.
I miss you so, and we did it. Huh? Now you have the.
I hope you will pass by.
Yes, of course. Oh.